Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 11 of Lords of Sin here on Go Buff Yourself and Thousand Faces TTRPG. I am Ethan, your dungeon master through this so lighthearted story, he said entirely not seriously, and I am joined by 6 incredibly talented storytellers, players, and individuals I am lucky enough to call friends, and even luckier to be able to convince to take time away from their busy lives to play this very depressing story. We have Shin being played by Cory J. Phillips.
Valkerie. Hey guys, I might need a hand this episode.
Oh God.
Boo this man!
Alright, I'm
Valkerie is played
Your
by
pain
Danielle
fuels me.
Yoshiko Phillips. Your pain fuels me. Korrin, played by Mav. Jaeger, played by Aaron. Kalista, played by Matty. And Lorwryn, played by Mallow, aka TheMalloMan. We have a few announcements. Hello, puppies. We have a few announcements before we jump into tonight's episode. First of all, this is, despite my sarcasm, very much an 18+ stream. This is a very, very, very dark game. There are specific content warnings for Lords of Sin writ large in the episode description. Please check that out. If there are any particular moments, I also try to include timestamps for particularly sensitive things, so please check that out if you need it. You can always skip it, come back later, take care of yourself. It's just a story. You can listen to past episodes of this, City of the Crimson Tower, Wild Beyond, Mothership, featuring many of these wonderful players that you see here at one point or another. On Go Buff Yourself, we have, at this point, up until episode 7 of Lords of Sin, as of this recording, live today on Go Buff Yourself. My last announcement, we are, and by the time this episode airs, we will have been, have a Patreon running. There's only really one tier. It's just $5, and it's just if you want to support. It helps pay for sound effects and music. I do all the editing and all of that by myself, just here in the basement. So it's just if you want to support getting more sound effects, getting more assets, things like that. You don't have to. All of the main campaigns, everything like that will be still released for free, but on there you can get some behind the scenes, some outtakes, extra art, things like that. I think that's my whole spiel. So, let's go ahead and run that intro so that we can get into episode 11 of Lords of Sin.
Ivor is burning, and you've got front row seats.
We have provided you with the signs and portents for you to prepare for our coming.
Devil, not demon. Devils are worse.
If I die today, I die well next to you.
If you can be made, then you can be unmade.
Zariel has a bit of a temper.
I will destroy you.
Devils have knocked at our door. It is time we knock back.
We don't die today.
Wrath is the whetstone that sharpens the blade of your purpose to a razor's edge. I claim what was the Moon Maiden's as mine now. Mortals! Desperate, loud, flailing. You care for this one, don't you? There is not one of you too pure to fall. Oh, you are brave. They all were. Your end comes in 7 days. Truly, your only hope of survival is servitude. Perhaps you'll find shelter beneath the boot of your chosen master. Kneel, serve, and find sanctuary. A cold mountain breeze pushes at the flames of Zamreth's enchanted torch. The wind here, on top of Eltheris, Lonely Father Peak, won't extinguish its blaze no matter how hard it tries. Zamrath of the Second Terrace, adjudicator of Thaval-Ahim, walks down one of the alleys in the low terrace. About 4,000 dwarves, humans, Goliaths, goblins, orcs, and elves reside in the low terrace. But none are seen on the streets tonight, as adjudicators patrol and members of the Sky Watch watch from overhead. Zamrath blows into their hand. One of the downsides of an enchanted torch: doesn't keep you warm on patrol. As they emerge from the alleyway, Zamrath crosses paths with Bellamar of the First Terrace, a fellow adjudicator. Bellamar raises a hand in greeting, looks around, and whispers something into Zamrath's ear. Zamrath goes pale. Their eyes dart while they listen. When Bellamar pulls away, Zamrath hesitates. This is confirmed? Bellamar nods. It'll be official in the morning. And departs. Zamrath stands in the biting wind for a long time. Their lips pursing, jaw tightening. Eventually they nod to themselves. Take a deep breath and continue their cold patrol. Lorwryn and Kalista, you, when we left, were outside of the Pinnacle Court, having requested an audience with the High Adjudicator. Oh, cutting this, because I forgot to mention this. We're kind of, if it's okay with you, Kalista, and you, Lorwryn, we're kind of going to restart that conversation. Just a little bit, because there was only like 5 minutes of it that happened. So just restarting with her basically walking out. Is that okay?
Yeah, no, I fumbled last time, so we're good. And I just grabbed my foot. Second.
The High Adjudicator looks at her guards stationed outside of the Pinnacle Court, and one of them gives a head gesture towards the two of you across the street. And she approaches. She wears beautiful, warm, ornamental armor that, though ornamental, still looks very, very effective. And you see blood on her as she approaches, staining her breastplate slightly. The fur mantle over her shoulders still has ruby drops sitting on the tips of the hairs. And she walks over to the two of you. You requested me. My name is Lilithar, High Adjudicator of Thaval-Ahim and the Pinnacle Court. You are?
Kalista will stand, roll her shoulders back. I am Kalista Levette of the Fourth Terrace, second Thread Warden of Highgale, daughter of Lance Levette of the Fourth Terrace, and friend of the Pinnacle Court. I request a meeting with you.
And here I stand. What can I do for you, Kalista of the Low Terrace?
I think this is best done in private, if you do not mind.
Why not? It's cold out. Come inside.
She
She turns and heads towards the gates and the main door leading into the Pinnacle Court. Lorwryn, do you follow?
I do.
Val, if memory serves, when we left off, you had just escaped back out of the Pinnacle Court after sneaking in to check on Shin. But this time you came with a bag.
Yes.
Are you exiting the same way that you came?
I'm not necessarily exiting the same way I came if there's people there.
Okay.
So I'm walking down the way I came, but if I see that there's a lot of people in that area, I'm going to go another way.
Okay. Could you make me a stealth check? Is your goal to get out of this building, though?
Yes.
Okay.
That is my goal.
Okay.
18.
The way that you came actually doesn't seem to be heavily guarded, or even guarded any additionally from when you departed from there. So if you wished to try that way with an 18, you dip back into the dark room where you knocked out one of the guards and took his top level of gear. Do you return his gear or do you keep it?
I return it because I don't want to have to carry it. I don't want to have to carry it out. I don't want to be sticky with it out. So I'm going to return it. And I open up the closet. I kind of creak open the door and I like throw it back in there on him. Kind of like shove it in there. And you see me fumble with the door to try to shove it, make sure it all fits.
Just as you're pushing the door shut, you just hear a groan from in there. This person's waking up. So you start to dart out the window. As you do, you notice that there is a member of the Skywatch buzzing nearby overhead. How do you, with the knowledge that you do avoid detection, how do you avoid detection as you get out of here?
So when I slip out of the window, there is a little overhanging on this window that keeps rain from falling in. And so you see me stick to the top of the overhang, much like a spider might stick there to make a web. And so I flatten my body very, very close to this overhang.
The Skywatch sails overhead. You wait, you look, and then you're able to climb down and sneak away from the Pinnacle Court grounds. As Lorwryn and Kalista are heading inside and Val is leaving, heading the opposite direction almost simultaneously, Korrin and Jaeger, the two of you, had left Kalista's home with the goal of heading to the Pinnacle Court. Now, a reminder, there is a curfew in place for the Pinnacle Court, or there is a curfew in place for the Low Terrace. How are you getting out of here?
I was thinking we were just walking.
Yep.
Okay.
We're new here. We don't really know what's going on here in town. I'm just looking around, trying to figure out. I'm kind of hungry, and we're just coming in late and just want a bite to eat.
Curious why everyone is not around. Usually the night scene is a little more hopping.
Of course.
Never in my life expected to hear that from Jaeger.
How would you know that? How does Jaeger know that? Jaeger's 2 months old. What does he know of the nightlife?
Look, he got very specific random information programmed into him.
Flashbacks to Kalista's 20s.
I've got this new sending stone called YouTube.
That tracks for a young child wanting to watch YouTube all the time on an iPad.
My mom, Kalista, gave me a sending stone when I was...
learned a lot about the world.
About
My fucking iPad kid
oh
robot. God, no.
Yep. It's gonna come back with all the memes here.
Get
soon.
off the pad. Get off
Your
the pad.
iTome kid.
He does.
iTome.
Jaeger does talk to Korrin as they're leaving. I think I do have a bit of a plan if someone comes down and asks us what we're doing, so just kind of play along. Should work. I don't know.
Hey, what are you doing? As a as a member of the Skywatch sails overhead and drops down to about 8 feet over your head, Jaeger, so about 20 feet up, and as drops down towards you, sends a cluster of 3 dancing lights just surrounding the 2 of you so that you are illuminated. You're in violation of curfew. Get back inside. Return to your home.
He's gonna whisper over. Should we just go back?
Oh, excuse me. Can you come down closer? I have really bad time of hearing.
No reason to suspect anything. Drops down just about another 5 feet. You are in violation of curfew. Return to your homes by order of the Pinnacle Court.
Oh, we're new to town and we just got in and I'm really hungry and I was trying to find something to eat. Is there a place that's open at least here?
You will have to wait until morning.
Oh.
Curfew is in effect from dusk till dawn. Return to your homes.
Oh, we didn't know about that. Did you know anything about that?
I did not know anything about that. That explains why everyone is missing.
Thought the town was cursed. We're supposed to meet somebody at the Pinnacle Court too. A friend of ours.
Ooh. I'll let you make either a persuasion or deception check there, your choice, because there's definitely elements of truth there. I forgot to open D&D Beyond. Bad DM.
18.
Who are you meeting?
I believe her name is Kalista?
She is the Thread Warden of Highgale.
Yeah.
Does that ring a
Middle
bell?
of the night? Very well. I will escort you. Follow me. And he drops down onto the ground about 15 feet in front of you. Both of you make me perception checks.
Eight.
There are a lot of stars out right now.
26.
26. Reminder, please roll publicly for D20s, but 26, yes. So, 26. Ooh, could you also make me an Arcana check with advantage? The advantage is from that very high roll. Arcana or Nature.
All right, hold on, because you gave me 2 choices. You said Arcana, and I was gonna roll. I'm gonna just roll Nature for that instead.
Okay, cool.
Woo! Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Mm-hmm. As this member of the Skywatch descends, you've noticed them flying around before, and you've noticed that there's this almost like distortion of wind around them. They almost look like they have a small centralized wind current around their bodies that is allowing them to fly. But with that 20 on Nature and 26 on Perception, you look at it a bit closer and realize it's an air elemental that seems to be working in a symbiotic way with the members of the Skywatch, giving them their ability to fly about here so conveniently.
Oh, well, that's neat. I didn't know that people knew how to fly like that. How are you able to do that?
Just looks back at you and gives a, come on, let's go.
Oh, guess they're not really good on small talk here. I'm just trying to make small talk with you, sir.
The 2 of you are led to the bridge that connects the low terrace most conveniently to Old Thaval-Ahim, the peak. As the Skywatch member encounters the adjudicators there guarding the bridge, they have a quick discussion. The adjudicators look very confused, but take the word of the member of the Skywatch and escorts you across this glass bridge that is suspended by enchantments and arcane-infused mithril. Even with it being stable, it's a dizzying experience to walk across, as it spans about 350 feet. The guard, the member of the Skywatch, continues to escort the two of you. We have one more person to check in with. Shin. Are you conscious at this point, do you think?
Shin is no longer protecting the bag, so he passed the fuck out.
Okay.
Shin is fully unconscious. And in Shin's way, he's still being defiant, so he is snoring loudly. And there's a fun little thing, which is that Shin's anatomy now is that of closer to an air genasi than he was his Goliath heritage, because that's kind of what's happened to him over the time. And so he has an affinity with the wind. And so his snore is deafening because of his ability with breath control. And so he is unconscious, but his snore is thunderous. It is reverberating throughout this. Yeah. It sounds like an old muscle car starting and just can't.
And we see Shin snoring here, but exhausted, beaten, bloody. Your right hand still dangling from your neck. And we see you just pouring sweat in these hot cells beneath the Pinnacle Court. Before we cut back to Kalista and Lorwryn, Korrin, actually, everyone but Shin. Could everyone but Shin please make me wisdom saving throws, please?
Korrin, you get that +5.
Can I have that +5 even though you're like miles away?
With that +5 equals a 13.
Oh, you need it more than me. That's okay.
Oh, that was the +5.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
My God.
Oh no.
My God.
We're doing well.
No.
Jaeger, you got that. Valkerie, you got that.
Yep,
Lorwryn,
19.
Korrin, Kalista.
Sorry, 1 second. My thing is being dumb.
You're good.
I just feel like either I need to use these points or not. That's what the case is.
To reopen it.
I can roll for you if you like.
Yeah, can you roll for me? I'm gonna put it on
Yeah,
my
I got you.
computer. My phone is being really stupid.
I'll let you
Would
roll.
you-
I'll let you roll.
Okay.
You
Alright,
can't roll
then you
worse
just
than
gotta
I did
hold-
for you.
Please just give me 1 second then.
Which is actually fitting because you should actually make this with advantage, so that's good.
Oh, good. Love that. How badly did you fuck it up?
It was a nat 1.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It was bad.
It was pretty bad.
Real bad.
So, wisdom saving throw?
Yes, please. It was real bad.
Not that much better. I only got an 11. You know what? This works. It works for it. It's fine.
Sure.
Love that. For right
I
now,
hate that you love that.
Korrin, as you and Jaeger are being escorted. Let me pause.
Bo?
There we go.
Bo?
Someone was delivering something. As you and Jaeger are being escorted to the Pinnacle Court, you hear a voice in your mind. You do have incredible potential, Korrin. It's a shame that the individuals that you're working with continuously fuck it up. Hate to see it.
Well, hi. I really don't like people who just let it pop into my brain without explaining who they are first, unannounced. Common courtesy, you at least let me know who you are when you knock on my door.
Very fair. You hear this from your right this time, not from in your head. And you see the priest of Ilmater walking next to you, the one that you saw in the council chamber. This better. Though you're correct, I know your name, and perhaps I have you at a disadvantage. My name is Balzabul.
Oh, well, nice to meet you, Mr. Balzabul. Whatever may I help you with today?
Oh, that was my question for you, Korrin. How can I help you? I see that you have good heart, good instincts. I understand better than you might think what it feels like to have your potential wasted because of those with whom you work. I would like to offer you more gainful employment. Oh, and this should go without saying, but please do not bother your large metal friend or the guard walking with you with my presence. They cannot see me.
I figured as much. Well, here's the thing. Balzabul is your name?
Yeah.
Okay. A strong, independent, dragonborn woman, who is a small business owner, mind you. I need not of your services anymore, or at all. Because here's the thing. While my compatriots might fuck up a lot of things, that makes it fun. And that's how we all get better in life. You can't be perfect at everything.
I think you might need me more than you think, Korrin. Let me be very transparent with you. Ivor is going to burn. Many will die. I would prefer it be as few as possible. And I'm offering you the chance to choose who might survive. You, being a strong, independent, dragonborn woman, certainly have those about whom... You certainly have those that you care about. Yes? I can't imagine an individual like you would not be snatched up by some beautiful man or woman? Maybe a halfling.
Me and my friends are going to kick your ass. Understand that. I don't want your help, and I don't need your help. And right now, I kind of like you to get the fuck out of my head. Ta-ta for now.
As you look over, no longer there. Kalista and Lorwryn, you are led into the Pinnacle. You are led into the Pinnacle Court by Lilita of the First Terrace, High Adjudicator. There are a number of high adjudicators here in the main entry, or excuse me, there are a number of adjudicators here in the entry hall when you walk in. Lilita gives a nod to a few of them and guides you all to a room just right off this central hall, just a small meeting room. As she walks in, she gives a hand gesture and arcane lamps illuminate in the room. Still soft, it is late at night. She takes a seat at the table in here and gestures for the two of you to do the same.
Kalista's gonna stay standing.
As she sits, you see as she looks at her fingernails, picks something from underneath it. So, you sought an audience and I am very tired. It is late. What can I do for you?
When was the last time you walked in the lower terrace?
Day before yesterday. Why?
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary?
I assume there is something particular you are trying to draw my attention to. Could we be done with the question and answer style of conversing and you tell me what you want?
It's not something I want, but it's something you might need.
I'm all ears.
There has been a spark lit in the fourth terrace. A whisper of revolution on the wind. I have only been here a short while and I have heard it. And although I know for a fact the upper terraces can handle a revolution, can cut it down, it does not mean that blood will not be spilt, that centuries of elven blood will not flow in those cobbled streets. It needs to be stopped. Cut down before it begins.
All right. What are you proposing?
Currently there is a name whispered amongst these voices in the wind. A name that these people are slowly building the revolution around for his actions tonight, as he stood for the people. Shin of the Sky Fist is on their voices, is flowing through those streets and igniting this flame, feeding it.
Make me a deception check.
Come on, dice, please don't fuck me today. I got a 5. Is there any way I could get advantage on this?
You start the session with an inspiration.
I'm gonna use it. $18.
Well, that's a significantly different story. Interesting. What exactly are they saying?
People do not like to be stepped on. They do not like to be pressed down, even if there is a reason behind it, even if it is justified for the greater good. And after he stood up for the people, they feel they can do the same. They feel they can raise their fists for the Sky Fist, and we must stop it before elven blood is spilled.
Well, you may be from the low terrace, but your father's blood does run in your veins. What do you propose?
If you know my father, you know what I do.
I know what he did.
It's a family business. Those that wear the name Livette do the same. I can make your martyr disappear. He will remain a whisper. He will be punished greatly for his actions, but it will not feed this flame any further. Those whispers will stay whispers. They will not become a chant. His name will not be chanted in these streets, and they will not rise. I can guarantee it.
She drums her fingers while listening to you, and after you stop, as she considers. She stands up, walks towards one of the windows, grabbing one wrist with the other hand behind her back. And then she turns to you. I like it. However, I am not in a position to make that decision. That is a matter for the Pinnacle Court. What I can do is permit you, an audience, an opportunity to defend your friend. Oh, excuse me, does not know you're a friend. An opportunity to make your suggestion to the Pinnacle Court before they pass sentence.
How long until the Pinnacle Court meets? For if
Tomorrow.
the whispers have already begun, they will grow in volume.
We
Before
can tend to
tomorrow.
those flames for now. This trial is set for noon tomorrow. I can ensure that you are able to speak before they pass judgment.
Trials
I
are
will
a
even-
public matter, are they not? In the way that his name will be spoken in these streets before this
Public.
court.
Public trials are public. Not all trials are public trials, especially in these times. The populace need not know everything, for their own good. I will even lend my voice in support of your idea. Good thinking, Kalista Liavet. And she starts to add the final moniker of your dwelling, but then chooses not to. Noon.
No.
Tomorrow.
You can
I will
finish
meet
my
you
name.
in the entry hall.
I have no shame where I come from. The Pinnacle Court placed us in the 4th terrace for a reason. We can hear everything from the bottom.
Should the court agree with your suggestion, you will not reside in the low terrace for long.
Much obliged. Noon tomorrow?
Noon tomorrow.
Thank you kindly. And she'll bow. And she'll leave.
Lorwryn, would you have been doing anything or saying anything during this time?
He was looking at her mostly expectantly, with reverence, even. And when she does the bow, she'll just do a head nod and turn and walk behind Kalista.
We see Kalista and Lorwryn descend the steps that lead to the Pinnacle Court through the heavy gates past the guards where the two of you can talk a little bit more privately. The wind, very, very cold as you step outside.
I had hoped to deal with this tonight, but...
She is a woman of the law, even if she might bend that to her will. But she is not a savage. There is hope yet. Let us just hope that everybody else didn't cause a problem.
It will be best if we can all meet back at my house.
That would be the best, yes.
It will be incredibly disappointing if they left.
At about that moment, Lorwryn and Kalista, you see walking towards the Pinnacle Court, led by a member of the Skywatch, a very easy to distinguish 12-foot tall silhouette, and Korrin walking along next to him.
Our escort, to make sure that we are safe in these times, along with the Skywatch.
Much
We are
obliged.
blessed. Yes.
Hello,
Is this
Lady
who you
Kalista.
were here to meet?
Yes, Lady Kalista. We are your new security detail. After what happened with the last ones, trust us. We were sent on high regard of your esteemed importance.
Could you do me a favor? Could you make me a deception check, Korrin?
Not lying, it's a bodyguard. That's what I've been doing.
There's something.
Most of that was
No,
a
no, no,
lie,
no, no,
like
no, no.
90%.
Massaging of
The
truth
giant
there.
metal man literally is the bodyguard. Let's be real about
You
that.
are the brute squad.
Yes.
17.
17, the Skywatch member. Well, I'm happy to have helped. I'll leave you to it. Steps back about 5 feet and pushes off from the ground. The air elemental around him, propelling him up from the ground.
We are to go directly home, and we are to go very quickly. I will fill you in with the rest of it later.
Did it go well? Or do we need to be on alert?
We will fill you in with the rest of it later.
Val, Val, from where you are, just dipped into a nearby alleyway, you can see your 4 companions meeting up again.
Can I cast Sending?
Yeah, of course you can. To whom?
Val,
Oh.
get your ass home. And then she's just going to kind of look off in the direction and then look back for just a second.
Can I drop down and join them on their like walk?
100%. So Lorwryn sends this message. The 4 of you turn and start to leave here. Could you make me a stealth check, Val?
Yeah.
I just want to know how quietly you do this. Oh, you have a plus 11.
13.
Gross. With a damn. So like you were moving pretty stealthily, but just like a piece of shin or a piece of rock from one of the tops of the dwellings nearby here just gives away your location enough just as you drop down right next to your friends.
I got a 23 perception. That's why I'm like looking directly at her. Like, get your ass
you knew
home.
where she was.
You can't out sneak the sneaky.
You merely adopted the dark.
Yeah, quite literally, I was
Yeah, I
born
know.
into it.
It was born in it. Yeah. Very Bane.
Mom?
That's a whole other side story to tell. Lorwryn, what did you get up to in your younger days? About 200 years ago.
Abandoning children at orphanages, that's what. Hey, I'll show you Plan V.
So Val, you drop down next to your companions just as they've walked about 100 feet away from the Pinnacle Court.
And you just hear me go, ugh. Long night.
At least you could join us.
Did you get it?
Yes.
Good.
Shall
Quickly
we
now.
before we cause more issues? And Kalista
Yes.
will lead them towards her home.
All right. No problem. The travel back is easy. Getting into the low terrace is no problem. It's a one-way barrier. Jaeger?
Did we notice there were people out and about on this level?
A few, but it is also like 1 a.m.
Yeah. But it's not like full curfew just to enforce that. There is...
No, the curfew is just in that one terrace.
Gotcha. Cool.
You all return, no problem, easy. As you all re-enter Kalista's childhood home in the low terrace. What y'all doing?
Shin.
Well,
and they cut it off.
I suspected as much.
It's lucky they did not kill him on sight.
Yes.
I have an audience with the court tomorrow. His trial starts at noon. It is our only chance to get him out.
What is to keep them from publicly executing him?
Martyrdom. He stood up for the people of the Fourth Court. If he is publicly executed, they will use that as a sign to start a revolution. They can't afford a two-front war right now.
In their minds, they are only fighting a one-front war. They believe that the people of the... No, I do believe that's what we need to do, because they believe that the citizens of this ward is being controlled by Balzabul, when we know that that is probably not true. It's the other way around. I mean, honestly, that is how devils work, right? At least the devil of pride. But trying to get them to see that is going to be very difficult.
We came from a destroyed city. News from that will follow us almost as quickly as we traveled. We can use Highgale as an example of what they face soon. And they will need a united front.
Reality exists only in the mind and nowhere else, so... Here is hoping that we can reach a few of them tomorrow.
Been a long time since I stood in front of that court.
Did it go well last time?
Mixed results.
Do we think Blazabul will be present? Perhaps taking refuge in one of the Pinnacle Court's bodies? Because if that is the case, maybe we take him out then?
I think he is present in all of the minds of the elves, currently. Possibly all the minds of this city.
Should we start a protest?
No.
I'm just saying.
That will destroy whatever argument I have right now. I am fully using the idea of stopping a revolution to save Shin. If we are to start one, I have nothing.
But what if one is already starting right now and has nothing to do with Shin, and it's already been there?
Then more innocent blood will be spilled. The choice for mankind that lies between freedom and happiness. For the great bulk of them, they will choose happiness. What you are trying to do is get them to risk their lives because they believe that they are being oppressed.
Yeah.
Or they can go on living on their knees.
Did I hear, when I was sneaking around town, Ethan, did I hear any kind of unrest from, from the lower terrace at all, basically? I'm wondering if they're doing sneaky stuff at all right now in the night when we were out.
Well, you all headed out pretty quickly. And with the curfew, people were inside buildings, so you didn't really get much of an opportunity to overhear anything in the low terrace. Curfew had already taken effect.
Okay. Well, let's try diplomacy then. We can try it.
What I've been suggesting since the beginning.
And if it works, and we get Shin out, what then? Blazable is still in power?
We deal with
Yeah,
it.
Korrin, as Jaeger says that, you hear, "Would you tell him to say my name right? Balzable."
I was wondering if he was going to make a comment.
And you see the priest of Ilmater just sitting in one of the chairs here in this room.
Korrin can hear, but Korrin is in the kitchen of this place making dinner because Korrin is hungry. So it's just, oh, you're here. How are you doing tonight? Just making dinner. He said your name wrong, right?
This should be interesting. I can't wait to see what you all do next.
Is this fun for you?
A ball.
You don't get that much entertainment in the Nine Hells? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh, it's terribly dreary.
Are you able to to maneuver things in your current form?
Even if I could, I'm not helping you cook.
Oh, then get out of my way, because I need to get this spices real quick. Excuse me.
They're going to get someone killed, Korrin. Someone you care about. It's only a matter of time. You've already died fighting alongside them. How was your time in Avernus? Is it still as pleasant there as I remember?
After a while, I lost count of how many of y'all I killed. Know that.
Sorry. Sorry, I forgot it was him.
You lost count. I never lose count of my kills.
They stopped.
Enjoy your dinner.
After a while.
The rest of you are
As
still
you were
having...
saying, Jaeger.
Oh, sorry.
I feel his presence is already in most of the minds of this city. Whether he's there in somebody's body or not, it doesn't make a difference during the court. We're not going to start a battlefield while we're trying to fight for Shin's life, while his hand hangs around his neck. We need to be ready. We need to be prepared.
Well, there's no point in doing it on an empty stomach. And she just brings in a giant pot of the stew, because I keep the ingredients on me. Well, here, eat this. I worked what I had. Also, y'all keep saying his name wrong, so keep doing that because it pisses him off. Just starts pouring stew.
Take a luck point for the
What-
stew, Korrin.
What do you mean?
Oh, he's been talking to me since we got down there to the jail cell. He's been trying to whisper sweet nothings in my ear, but they're all just lies anyway, so it's fun. He doesn't like to help me cook, though. He was in there. He just stood there in my kitchen. Didn't want to help. So I told him to get the hell on.
I'm glad you're back, Korrin.
Well, you're welcome.
And he
And I'll
was
fix your
worried
new chair.
about the giant metal man calling him names. Oh, that's cute for Blondie.
So yeah, just keep saying his name wrong. It pisses him off. It makes me happy.
Somewhere in
Yeah.
Archdevil is just like, call me fucking blushing.
I'm pretty partial to Balsavol.
Oh, I like that
Balls
one.
full of what?
Lies and bullshit.
Very nice.
Oh, that's what they're full of.
Impotence.
Yeah.
Balls full of these nuts.
That's
Nut
like
session.
the
Yeah.
no, but that is like balls full of the nuts is like one of those like
Nesting
Ouroboros
dolls.
type things. Like it's eating itself. You got to
Like
do
a Reese's peanut butter cup, but the outside's also a Reese's peanut butter.
It's like a Russian
It just
nest-
keeps going.
I was thinking
It's
more
Russian
along the
nesting dolls, but
Yeah,
testicles.
It's the Russian dolls.
No. It's Inception balls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
this
just
is why I
keeps
moved to
folding it
women.
up, so. Right, yeah.
Is there anything anyone else is wishing to do this evening before taking a long rest? Because, reminder, the resurrection of Korrin happened this morning.
It's been a long day, y'all.
Wine glass out. Yes. Yes, it has.
Also, Korrin puts
Unfortunately-
out.
Oh, no, go on.
Korrin puts out like a special thing for Jaeger because Jaeger can't eat real food, so it's just more of like a automaton concoction of here you go.
What exactly is in this?
Well, I've learned to cook for your kind, warforges and other metal people, and this way it'll give you your nutrients as well instead of like real food, so it's fuel for your body.
That is most kind. Could you help open my hatch in the back?
And she does. She blind.
Oh. We're about to see a Balsavol.
Meanwhile, the lesbians in the room were like, "Oh, really?"
What goes
That's
on in
how
the
it
back?
works.
In the back
Yeah.
port.
Shin, I did also see your hand.
Yes. Because I love all your plans. I love them. Shin doesn't know them.
Oh, Shin does not.
Shin does not know them. Okay, question, Ethan, before I do anything, before I say anything or do anything. What would a long rest do for somebody in my condition? Because
would
I
restore-
technically can long rest. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. So long rest will still restore all of your hit points.
Okay.
The only thing it won't restore is your hand.
Yeah.
But
Don't
you will
necessarily.
regain all of your hit points, all of your, lost resources and everything. But a long rest does take, depending on your class and species, anywhere from 4 to 8 hours.
What does the Genasi have?
I'm
I'm so used to playing elves.
Unless you have something like that the monk lets you trance or something like that. If you're a Genasi, that is, you need to sleep for 6 hours.
Okay. Does a monk let me trance?
I don't think so. You said that in one of the
Yeah,
sessions, and I just
because
kind
I'm
of said okay
that's,
with it.
that's on me. That's on me because I
No,
I
it's
play
all- who
almost
cares?
exclusively elves, and this is my first time playing
It
something
didn't matter.
else.
It didn't matter. But yeah,
that's
you'll
on me.
have to sleep for 6 hours.
We're just gonna equate it to monk bullshit. Okay, but I've been sleeping longer than they've been sleeping. 'Cause
Well, we
I've
haven't even done the rest yet.
Okay.
So,
the
I
reason
mean-
being is that I want to wake up before them.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly healed, or mostly, like, when did all this go down? Let me ask you this: when did all
Here.
this go down?
Can I actually suggest if what you are talking about is post long rest? Because for you, the whole thing went down at about like 12:30, so you would be waking up around 6:30 or 7:30 in the morning, while the others would be going to sleep at about 2 a.m., which for the elves, they'd be done at about 6, but the others would therefore have to, sleep until about 8 or 8:30. So if what you are wanting to do is post-long rest. Let me see if there's anything else anyone is wanting to do pre-long rest, and then we'll jump there. That sound good?
Yeah, it might be a short rest. It might be
Okay,
a short rest.
cool. Well, we'll jump to you one way or the other.
Okay.
Is there anything anyone else is wishing to do before taking a long rest? Okay. We see the 5 of you here getting settled with Kalista, bringing out blankets and pelts from closets for those who need it, getting people set up with pallets or beds or on couches. And as you all settle in and prepare for the next day, let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll pick up there, and we will pick up with you, Cory.
Okay.
Promise. But this
No.
So, you all settle down, get some sleep. Shin, I saw your hand.
Yes. At about what would be 3 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, Shin, eyes bolt open, somewhat recovered, not much, but enough. And he spends his monk training exploring the key that is in the amulet that is in his hand. And he starts to try to understand what it exactly does, what it's capable of, what it does or does not. And he follows, using his key, he follows the threads off of it, chasing him down. Can't manipulate it. He's not as good as Kalista or Lorwryn, but he can just allow it to guide him, following the paths. What does he feel and see?
Make me an Arcana check.
As a 14.
Enchanted items, the arcane, the weave has never been your area of focus. You know that this amulet is enchanted, and through your previous connection with it, you know it is able to open your cell door. You did that to allow Val to take the bag from you. That's the extent of what you know it can do.
Shin's going to go up to the barrier, and he's going to use all of his senses and awareness to see, to smell, to hear who is around him, how many of them are there, what can he perceive.
Since you are still within your barless cell, could you make me a perception check? And I'll give you advantage on this, because it's not just perception right now, it's also what you perceived while you were out.
That is a dirty
before.
20.
You saw easily 50, 70 individuals down here in these cells. And just a reminder, now that you are awake, it is about 85 degrees down here. Very warm. Make me a history check here. This is going to be a high DC, but I want to give you this chance because you've been around.
It's a 10.
You know you've heard something about the heat that is used in Thaval-Ahim, that it comes from within the mountain itself, kind of geothermal. And even being down just 400, 500 feet, however long that was that you traveled down, the temperature down here is noticeably different. And there are numerous small cracks in the stone in the hall that You can even see the shimmering of heat coming up from them.
And one other thing. When he originally searched the guard, was this the only amulet on him?
It's the only one you were able to take.
But was it the only one of like it?
They all seem, as far as you notice, seem to have similar medallions on.
Shin tries to open the cell next to him.
You make me another Arcana check.
That did not go well. That was a 3.
You weren't sure if it worked.
He goes to the other wall, and he tries to open that cell.
It's the same. You had this. You formed this connection to activate it, and you formed that connection again. You just don't know if it worked. The quote-unquote bars here are made of force. There's no clanging sound of them opening or shutting. How would you know?
He opens his cell. He does know how to open his cell.
Mm-hmm.
He opens his cell and peeks his eye around the corner. And I'm going to attempt to stealthily see if I can see any guards and not be perceived.
No perception check necessary. You do not see any adjudicators in the hall right now.
So I'm going to step out of my cell and then just try to put my arm through the door of the cell beside me.
You hit an invisible barrier.
It did not work. I'm assuming I cannot attempt again.
You can attempt again, but you simply... make me another Arcana check.
Still not good. 6.
You just don't know exactly how this works. How do you choose which one is opening? How do you use it?
Another idea. Is there anybody in this cell?
The one right next to you, yes. There is there are 2 dwarves in this cell that are sleeping on the floor at the moment.
I go to the cell on the other side. Is anyone in there?
The other one directly adjacent to yours is empty.
Is there anybody up or down this hall?
That you see at this moment?
You there. You two. You majestic creatures, you. Hey.
One of the dwarves opens an eye and then the other and pushes themselves up a little bit. What are you?
What are you in for?
I honestly still do not really know. I was
I
minding my
hear
own
you.
business, and my wife and I, Who are you? You are not one of the adjudicators.
No. I am like you. Another victim of pride and prejudice.
Yeah. You're not wrong. How did you get out?
I am unlucky and lucky at the same time, and he holds the necklace out. But I am not magically inclined, so I have attempted a couple of times to open your cell, and I cannot seem to figure it out.
Dwarf kind of crawls a little bit closer, moving away from his wife. You should get back in your cell before they find you. If they find you out, there will
Probably should.
worse punishment than your hand.
There is no greater punishment than being bereft of freedom.
And he looks at this dwarf in his eyes.
If I live through this, I will come for you all.
Just swallows and gives you a shaky nod.
Now, good and kindly dwarf, what is your name?
Tormer.
Tormer. A strong name. Probably a mighty clan. Do you know of anyone in this jail? Is magically inclined?
I do not know. I've not been able to escape myself. I do not know. Shin, at this moment you hear of armored steps from down the hall.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
I had what?
They are coming. Get back. Get safe.
I get back in my cell and I relock it and I wait and listen. I'd sit cross-legged on the floor and stare at the front.
You see a light starting to approach as the steps grow louder, and you just hear, under the person's breath, "Fucking hot down here." See an adjudicator walk past, a floating light hovering over their palm. Just walk past your cell. The light dims. The steps grow fainter.
I wonder where he's going.
I open the door again, and I look down the way he went. First I look the way he came. Is it clear?
Mm-hmm.
And I look the way he's going. Is it deeper into the prison?
Seems to be.
I wonder where that goes.
And I'm going to follow him at a distance.
Okay. Make me a stealth check, please.
23.
Yeah. You creep quietly behind, just mostly watching the light as it curves, not even really keeping your eye on the individual, staying far enough back but watching the aura of the light so that you can keep a consistent distance, and you follow for about 5 minutes. And then you see the light stop. And then the light starts to grow brighter again as the steps start to.
Is there anything around me that is how high is the ceiling? Is it the low ceiling still?
It's not as low in the tunnel as it is in the cells. It's about 10 feet tall.
Okay. How wide is it? And is it arched?
It varies because it's still relatively natural formations.
Okay.
But in terms of width, 2 individuals could walk comfortably abreast.
So Shin is going to up the wall and then use wings unfurled to keep him on the ceiling. And he's going to wait for him to pass underneath him.
That is a different type of stealth, so I need another stealth check, please.
22.
Damn. You see this adjudicator just as you are pushing yourself up here, flattening just against where there's a natural inconsistency in the wall, and it juts out a little bit so you can press yourself without being seen as the adjudicator comes around the bend. You see the light getting brighter, the steps getting louder. You watch the adjudicator pass by you.
And then as soon as he's a good distance, I just float, because I do have slow fall, down to the ground. And I assume, Shin is assuming that if the deeper in, the worse the criminal. And so he's looking in these cells, and is there anyone in them?
You go walking the remainder of the distance that you haven't. There are a few. It's a little less populated down this way, but there are 3 or 4 occupied cells that you notice as you walk down this way.
Which one of them is skinny?
There is a
Skinny
human.
Unnaturally clean.
Unnaturally clean?
Or maybe cleaner than he should be.
Everyone down here looks pretty grimy. In the cells that you see.
I got you.
There is a human who is fairly skinny, relatively emaciated, not doing great on the health front.
You there?
Her eyes just barely open.
I am not an hallucination. Do you know magic?
Only a little.
Only a little. Does any of your compatriots in this block know magic?
My brother is in the sky cells.
He's in the sky cells.
Anyone else who's down here? Do you have anything? Any water? Please.
I do not, unfortunately.
All I have, and he reaches his only good hand into his belt and pulls out a flask of tea that he took out of his bag of holding before Val got it, because he was sneaking drinks, and he desperately wants to open this one door.
Make me one more Arcana check, because you... Make me an Arcana check, yeah.
It's a 2, but I'm gonna spend my inspiration doing this.
You can? Okay.
16.
You try so desperately. You want so badly for this cell door to open. I can help.
You made this.
Is this the one you want open? Consider it done. You hear in your head.
Why do you come to me? You made this happen.
Me? I made nothing happen. This was all them. All I did was give them permission to let the cockroaches out from underneath the carpet.
I know that's true.
Reason doesn't matter. The door is open.
And he puts his nub out.
The
Goes
woman
to her.
looks almost a little scared as you start walking into her cell. No. Please, I didn't.
I
didn't
know
do
an
anything, please.
adjudicator. Just drink.
Pours the drink into her mouth.
Cracked lips as the lukewarm tea falls into her mouth, and she Drinks as greedily as her energy allows her, and then she kind of slowly lowers her head back down to where she was lying. Thank you.
I wish I could do more for you, child. You know no one in these cells that knows magic.
We're just gardeners.
On Horror's mortal hearts harbor. That we could do this to one another. I will promise you, child, that if my God has not abandoned me, I will rain fury upon this castle. I will come for you. I will unbind these chains. And I will take you somewhere where you will never be bound again. If I do not return, if I do not survive, I am so sorry for the darkness and pain that exists within the hearts of mortal men.
She's just breathing, labored.
He takes off part of his shawl, wraps it over, places it under her head.
Thank you.
Leaves
That's so nice.
Leaves the tea with her and walks out of her cell. Looks back at her, takes the amulet, places it in her hand and underneath her body.
Do not let them know you have it.
Whispers that to her ears. And then he walks out.
I wish I could trust you, demon. I wish I could trust you. 'Cause there is a temptation in my heart, a pain and a hardness growing, that I would grab your power and rain fire upon these. But you would use me to do so much worse. You would use me to make it so much worse.
A matter of perspective. If what you wish is the knowledge to bring Thaval-Ahim down in flames, I can tell you how. Or not.
You could tell me. And I would love to know. But you would never let me enact it. And if you did, you would just use me to bring this kind of pain somewhere else. God, I wish I could trust you. I wish my God was here.
But he isn't. I am, though. If you change your mind, do it quick. You don't have long. I'll be here, waiting.
Shin is going to sneak back towards his cell. And actually, he's going to go into his cell. Does he make it there?
Yes.
He's, he can't close it back. And he's going to sit cross-legged and he's going to take the rest of his rest.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But the moment they come to get him, when he hears them coming, he's going to step out of his cell before they ever get there. He's going to look them dead in their eyes. Hands out.
Well, we'll get to that. Because that won't be until around noon. Before then, the 5 of you get your long rest. The day, incredible. Take a luck point. The day until noon is yours. You all wake. What would you like to do? Jaeger.
First thing, once everyone wakes up, he is going to gather Kalista and Korrin and take each of them by the hand. Well, we don't know what the day brings, so here's some assurance. And he's going to cast Death Ward on both of them. And in the past, it looked like the lettering from his oath floated over to Kalista, but this time, where her white scar is from the stab wound, over the top of it burns a little goldish outline of a small bird. And yeah, so if you go down to 0 HP, you'll go to 1 instead. You're my
little fuck you.
First thing in a fucking morning. She will, still holding Jaeger's hand, she's just going to place her hand over the bird. Thank you.
You got this today. I will follow you. We all will.
Jaeger, I'm sorry for yesterday. You brought me back and I acted as if you did wrong.
It is quite all right.
No. It's not. You are my creation, but you are a being with a soul. I do not own. I do not rule your every move. And it was not a position I should have put you in. For that, I am sorry.
He's gonna raise a big hand up to the side of her face. But now it is a position that I want to be in. You have my loyalty and my life. As do, and he'll look around. Pause on Lorwryn for a second. Most of the people in this room. But thank you.
You've done good. You've done so very good. And your kindness will be remembered.
His head just tilts a little bit, and the little eyes that are glowing behind his visor start blinking a little bit faster. straightens up. So where to first?
I think we could use some food. Normalcy. Take a walk. She's gonna take where his hand is on her cheek and she's just gonna move it, kiss the palm, and put it down. Shall we? And she'll leave the house.
What about the rest of you? Anyone doing anything first thing in the morning?
Lorwryn would be off to the side meditating after waking up and things like that out of the trance. And will cast Sending to Shin.
This is an incredible moment of things working out very well, because the anti-magic field that is active within Thaval-Ahim's lower cells is also activated at the same time as the bars, which means the fact that Shin never reclosed his door, his cell door, means that the sending gets through.
I love it when a plan comes together.
So, you cast Sending, and Shin, you receive the following.
Shin, sit tight. Don't do anything stupid. We will get you out of there today. We promise. We'll see you soon, at noon.
You can respond to this message.
Define stupid.
We're gonna have to define it, apparently.
It's a very subjective term, you know.
Have you done anything to lose your other hand?
No.
I do not believe you.
What is the plan that we are definitely probably not going to adhere to anyways, but I should probably know?
And just so you know, like, I'm rule of cooling, but this response will count as a second sending. It's not unlimited telephone. You got a prepaid phone.
Yeah, it's 1990. We are bargaining for your life, in hopes to not start a revolution and cause further bloodshed. It does not mean that we will give up on hunting our prey. It just means we have to take it easy.
Do I get to respond, or is that like...
Yes. No,
it's a second casting.
Yeah,
so
this is a
you-
second casting, but
Yeah.
this would be the last time you can respond without it taking another use of sending, and Lorwryn would have to reinitiate it. But you get 25 words.
I do not like this plan. Thaval-Ahim should burn.
That's all he says.
she's not going to send anything back. She's just going to mutter to herself. Pain is a fascinating horror. And she's gonna get up and go try to find Kalista, where she is at the moment.
All right, so you would also head outside along with Kalista and Jaeger, Korrin, Val. Would you two be doing anything in the morning? Korrin, I see your hand, and then Val, if you have something.
I would be reaching out to Grin to warn him / update him.
All right, before, let's just resolve really quick.
Yep.
Make me a luck check.
$18?
He will be there to receive the message. So
Cool.
what message do you send?
Hi, sweetie. Good morning. I love you. But I need for you to gather the others and retreat. Balzabella? I'm going to say it correctly. I'm asking because I forgot the name.
Oh, okay. Balzable.
Yeah. Balzable, okay. Balzable, Lord of Lies, is going to target you. So I need...
You got 4 left.
Special place. Go.
Okay, Clifford. You got it. Make sure everything's locked down, everyone is safe. You be safe too. You come home to me, okay? You promised. I love you.
And she will gather her things and kind of see, all right, who else still here in the house?
And Val.
I'm by... Is there any windows in this house?
Mm-hmm.
So you would see Val, she's by a window, and she's just making her mutagen by pouring... she has like a small... I don't know, like a little corked item. She has a small corked item. She's putting a dropper, dropping small liquids into it from different droppers that she has to create this. And you see her in front of the window doing it. It definitely looks more sciencey than actually really involves for her. She's just kind of like making it and putting, and you see her also seasoning it slightly, like putting small little herbs in it as well to make it taste better.
Gotta make it a little tolerable.
Dear, what are you doing?
I'm making my medicine.
I didn't know you were... Oh, never mind. I'm dumb. I know why you need it. Silly me. Trauma, CTE. Over the years, you kind of lose a little bit in your brain sometimes. She hands her like a packet of spice, of seasoning. Here you go.
What?
It tastes a little bit better.
Really?
Yes.
You're going to see me open it. Like, it's kind of like in a little, I assume a little baggie. She kind of opens it up a little bit, takes a small little dash and drops it in to the one she was just working on. Well, might actually be a good day after all.
Famous last words.
It has garlic powder in it. Val dies immediately.
This entire interaction, I'm just going, a spoonful of sugar makes
Yep,
the medicine
that was in my head.
Rum punch.
Danny, those are the most famous last words.
This will be a good day.
This is gonna be a good day. Shin gets beheaded. Shin
Yeah,
was
because Shin is
probably
gonna behead himself.
beheaded.
We, as Korrin and Val also step outside, you all notice that it is past dawn. People are out of their homes, going about their business here on the low terrace. Once again, like you saw yesterday, there are people stopped and gathered around those postings. But you all saw the posting that was closest to Kalista's home yesterday. This one is different. You can tell it's a fresh posting. And as you all look at it, it reads, "All residents of the Foreigners' Terrace are prohibited from traveling to other areas of Thaval-Ahim without written authorization from the Pinnacle Court. All residents of the Foreigners' Terrace are to empty from their terrace of residence and Thaval-Ahim by sunrise after this posting. This is for your own safety." And then smaller at the bottom, "In my capacity as Echo Keeper, I, Utneriel of the Third Terrace, do attest that this order is approved by a unanimous vote of the Pinnacle Court." Previously, the previous posting had said there was one individual dissenting. This says unanimous. There are loud responses from the people around. "What are we supposed to do? Just leave our homes? This is ridiculous. Maybe it's a good excuse, though. Finally get out of this shithole. Go somewhere else, start again. Come on, let's go and wake our pack." Kalista?
When Lorwryn comes out, as she's the first to follow Kalista and Jaeger, Kalista's standing just atop a small hill that looks down. She may be living in the fourth terrace, but she lived atop a hill that kind of looks down upon the skeleton. And she's standing there, Jaeger just behind her with her jaws set. And there is a silent fuming coming from her as she watches these people, even though she does not know a single, even though she has been gone for 200 years, and every person there is foreign to her, watching how they react, watching the impact this bulletin is having on them. It's fueling something within her.
There are people, clusters around different postings that you see, families crying. "What does this mean, Mama? We just get to go on a vacation, that's all. Come on, let's go get packed. Let's go get your things,
Well, Jaeger, it looks like we might fight today after all.
This feels extremely wrong. What is happening here? I thought it was bad when the devils invaded Highgale, but this is a different kind of evil.
This is what happens when devils invade the mind. Invade those with power and control. This is what happens when pride takes over in a city that was already tenuous. I don't know if the damage will be quenched when we take him out. But I know we cannot let this happen. We cannot let these people lose everything they have. This influence has to stop.
Do not have much time then.
No.
Kalista. I spoke to Shin this morning.
Pleasant
Which isn't-
conversation?
I am surprised I got a hold of him because I would have figured that there would have been a barrier between me and him, which makes me think that it is even worse than I originally thought. He is essentially committing self-righteous suicide.
That answers my question of how he's doing.
He wants the Thaval-Ahim to burn. I understand. His succinct way of putting it, I think, means more that he wants this society to be corrected rather than the entirety of the city to literally burn, but I understand where he is coming from.
As do we all. But if it burns now, there will be so much innocent blood spilt. There is a moment, a time for revolution. There's a time for change, and now
Most men
Not
and
while he
women will
sits.
grow up. Most men and women will grow up to love servitude and to never think of revolution. That is why they are fleeing. These are not fighters. This is not a day to make the revolution rise up. But if we have to go through all of the First Ward, then so be it.
I have no problem with fighting back. I have no problem with leading these people to change. But I have a problem with doing it futilely. I have a problem with leading butchers and bakers to their death. When change can be achieved with words.
As it should be. Only long-term change is with hearts and minds. With violence and politics only work to further divide people. They stop seeing each other as friends and comrades and people who are literally just trying to survive on a planet. They see each other as the other. Someone that could be oppressed. Someone that is causing them problems. Everyone thinks that they are the underdog in their own story. Even if they are the ones in charge.
Exactly. Violence leads to short-term results. Short-term solutions.
There are wrongs where even the grave cannot bury. Let us hope today is not one of them.
Gods, I'd pray to them.
Could you say that one more time? You cut out just at the beginning of it,
sorry.
and I want to make sure it got heard.
If I had gods, I'd pray for them.
And you say this, and over the course of this brief conversation, you see people. Dwarves, Goliaths, humans, some elves, goblins. With their lives in bags. Some of them clutching small paintings as they have bags that as much as they can carry slung over their shoulders, holding hands as they hustle down the road as fast as their burden allows them. Carrying some small sculptures, little keepsakes, tools of their trade. But you watch as already the low terrace of Thaval-Ahim is beginning to clear out. in the course of it, there are a few individuals. No fucking way I'm leaving my home! Can fucking make me. I was born here and I'm dying here. But they're in the minority.
Val wants to go up to one of the ones who's very vocal about not wanting to leave.
There's a Goliath who is just kind of standing amidst the train of people who are filing out of here. You have to stay! You have to fight! This is your home too! Don't leave!
Is it just you? And Val stands behind her, much smaller than obviously that Goliath.
Just gestures to the flood of people leaving. I just wanted to give it all up. Just because some piece of paper told them they had to. Stay! This is your home! Runs up to a dwarf. Kala, I know you! You know you have to stay. We can fight this! And the dwarf just shakes her head, pulling her daughter in next to her. It's not a fight worth having. It's just a place. It's our place. And she shakes her head. I'm sorry. And walks off with her daughter. And the Goliath just starts to tear up in frustration and then you
How long have you lived here, Goliath?
My family came here when I was 10.
But why wouldn't you just leave? Like your friend.
It's not right. It's not fair. We didn't do anything wrong.
Of course not. But is it worth your life? Your children's life?
And after his friend Kala had departed, Yore watched his resolve fracture. And as you say that, fuck. Piss on all them. Fuck this place. And walks off.
Yep, winning hearts and minds.
I mean, you did.
I'm experiencing visceral rage at that entire interaction.
Do we need to take a quick break?
I might.
Let's do that. No, we've been going again. We've been going again for another 90 minutes. Let's take a break. All right. So, like I said, Val, you just had this interaction, winning hearts and minds. What do we see on your face as you return to the group before you all head to the Pinnacle Court?
Turns around to go back to the group. You just see on her face that she just looks disappointed. Like her mouth is downturned and she's like wrinkling her brows. She both looks disappointed and angry.
We see you return to the group, and we see you all begin to leave the low terrace, or as it has apparently been renamed, the Foreigner's Terrace, and heading towards Old Thaval-Ahim in the Pinnacle Court. We see the five of you walking past lots of people. Thaval-Ahim has about a population of about 10,000. Close to 4,000 live in the low terrace, the rest distributed amongst the first, second, and third. Here, as the sun is nearing noon, as you all took your time, it's a weird little time sequence here. It was a long walk. But as the sun is finally nearing noon and you know the trial is coming up, the streets here are full. People are going about their business contentedly. Furs, bright-colored clothing. People give you congenial nods and a few suspicious looks to a few of you, but for the most part, people are going about their lives. When the 5 of you enter the Pinnacle Court, Lilita is there waiting for you. She has a stopwatch, not a stopwatch, wrong small watch. She has a pocket watch in her hand, and as you walk in, she looks up at you all walking in, looks down, closes the pocket watch, and tucks it away. Good. I have seen to everything. The Pinnacle Court will hear your suggestion before a decision is rendered regarding the prisoner. And who are these? You I recognize. Looks
This
to
is my
Jaeger,
escort.
Korrin, and Val.
I'm a long way from home. And in these trying times, an escort is required for safety.
Indeed. Quite the varied escort. The prisoner should be along in no time. Down below this conversation, Shin, you hear the approach of armored feet. Many of them.
I step out of my cell and look the highest ranking adjudicator in the eye.
They all kind of jump back, and there are what you can see about a dozen down here, and they all take a step back as you just step out. How'd you get out of your cell? I think you'd let him out.
None of them left me out. You're just not very good at your job.
And he holds his hands out.
Before
Hand.
My nub's out. My nub in hand.
Take a luck point. You bitch.
I was doing everything I could not to say it too.
Holds his appendages out and forward.
as a courtesy for not at least killing a few of you. I pray that your daughters and sons don't experience or grow up or harbor the same unfathomable darkness that you all see. I know some of you won't hear this, but to those of you that have just a question in your heart of whether or not this is right,
gesturing to everything around him,
that what you're doing is right, or whether or not you are on the right side of history. I hope you hear this old monk's words. You are not. You are the very sin that the child form that exists inside you would be ashamed of. And I know, speaking to all of you, you know. Deep down, you know.
Shin, could you make me an insight check, please?
$27.
Woo!
Ooh.
The lead one looks back. High adjudicator should have taken his tongue, huh? A few laughs in response as the one in the lead begins to move behind you, but you see in the eyes of 3 or so of the adjudicators down here, the seeds of doubt take root. Their eyes are softer than the others. They don't watch what happens to you with pleasure.
The moment that leaves his mouth, the shouldn't have taken his tongue, I'm going to spend every action that I have to move the 240 feet of movement speed without using this boots of speed. Basically, instantly is like face to face next to that guy. He's like, and it's...
Or maybe I should have taken yours.
Lock him up! Get him in sights! Come on! And your one good hand is pulled behind you, and you feel a manacle attached, and you hear the rattle of chains, and then you feel a clunk, clunk around both of your feet.
I slipped the nub out.
Oh yeah, your nub vein.
You really should have thought this through. A manacle? Are you kidding me?
I said your good hand.
I slipped the nub out.
Yeah, they don't try to manacle your nub. They just manacle your left arm behind your back to your 2 feet. Come on, move.
And he reluctantly goes, but he does like sort of wipe his nub on that dude's face as he goes by, and blood just goes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
God,
I'm all thumbs. Wait.
Take a luck point. Yes, all the hand-related jokes are getting luck points tonight.
The theme for our campaign.
The 5 of you hear the rattle of chains start to echo through the main hall. Shoom, 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 shoom. Several adjudicators walk ahead and several behind, but you see in the middle of them Shin, and all of you notice his right arm as his right hand is still hung around his neck. The high adjudicator, Lilita, upon seeing them, take him inside. Don't let him be seen too long. Go. They nod and start to escort him away. Kalista.
My dogs are on something today. Kalista is going to try to meet Shin's eyes. And although her face is hard, she is almost pleading with her eyes to Shin.
All you get back, and you've never seen it like this before in all the years of knowing him, but you see willful, powerful, radiant defiance.
You will give him the slightest nod. Barely any movement, but enough to be registered.
And in return, Shin's chin will go up.
All right, it is time. I should warn you, I do have to present the case against Shin. As I said, I will be happy to endorse your recommendation, but it is my obligation as High Adjudicator to state the facts.
I understand. He is a
Your-
criminal.
Your escort may come along. They must be disarmed, however. I sense your reluctance. If you are unwilling, I understand. In such tumultuous times, you are welcome to wait outside of the court.
Would you mind if I split my escort?
Do as you will. Bothers me none.
Korrin,
Lorwryn
darling.
will start to take her sword out of her scabbard.
Do you mind disarming, Korrin?
Oh, I have no problem whatsoever. And just takes her axe and who's taking it?
There are a couple adjudicators who step up.
Jaeger. Val. Do you mind staying outside? Unless you wish to give up your weapons and join me inside.
I can de-arm.
Wonderful. Jaeger?
I'll remain at the door. And he'll kind of turn into almost a statue, but set up next to wherever they're heading.
Couple adjudicators look up at you. And Korrin, were you saying something regarding your axe when you were asking about who was taking it?
Yes, because I'm going to lift it and drop it into whoever's hands it is.
Oh, this adjudicator absolutely cannot stop the momentum. It just drops down to the ground because this is a great axe. Has to work a little bit, but gets it secured over a shoulder. Hey, take a look at this thing. To one of the other adjudicators. Ooh, fuck.
I have a question. Talking to the high one.
Yes?
What happened to his what happened to his hand? Who took that? Who did?
I did. He assaulted a number of my troops. Attempted to escape. In case he attempted to escape once again, preliminary punishment was deserved. That way, should he have found a way out of our prisons, not all of him would have. It was not my preferred method. I do feel you should know. I prefer a trial be had first. It is proper procedure. I was left little option.
Understand.
Shall we? Good. And she turns and does not wait for you all, walks behind where the guard had escorted Shin inside. As you all walk, or as 4 of you, 5 of you, Shin included, but Jaeger, you stay outside. But the other 5 of you, as you walk into the Pinnacle Court itself, the chambers of the Pinnacle Court, the walls in here are uneven, as if a natural cavern were refined, but its core maintained. Windows dominate this chamber on one of the walls, showing what seems like endless mountainscape and clouds. There are a number of stone chairs lining the back wall, the wall closest to you as you walk in. It is warm in here, warmer than the main hall was. And there is a stage of sorts, an elevated platform about 2 feet, where there is a table and 3 chairs and 3 individuals seated in those chairs. The first one of them, she has long gray-white hair with colorful tassels at the end of the 2 braids. An eagle's feather is looped through her hair. second old man. Face looks like a wrinkled old apple, tan skin. His brow is so wrinkled you can barely see his eyes. Dark, short hair, and is shivering a little bit while holding a mug of tea. Lots of furs draped on top of him. The third individual is non-binary, white circular fur hat with sunburst designs on a colorful robe, wrinkled face but slightly clouded eyes. They are all elves, and they are all ancient. Shin, you are led in front of them. The other 4 of you are admitted in here as well. As you are left, Shin, by yourself, just standing here in a pretty open section of this room, made to make you feel a little below those on the stage. The woman in the middle. All right, what is it this time that we have to deal with? This individual, Shin of the Skyfist, was arrested for attempting to interfere with Skywatch business. After being brought to his cells, he then proceeded to assault over 24 of our adjudicators, rendering many of them unconscious. All of this because he refused to relinquish his possessions, which, as the members of the Pinnacle Court know, is a requirement before any are locked in our cells. Yes, of course. As High Adjudicator, after he was subdued, I made the decision under my authority to remove his right hand as punishment, while he waited for your decision. Is that all? The old man with the wrinkled face. Those are the facts. There is one individual who does wish to offer a few words before you render your judgment. And the High Adjudicator steps back and gestures towards you, Kalista.
I am Kalista Liavet of the 4th Terrace. Now named Foreign Terrace, I suppose. I am the 2nd Thread Warden of High Gale, and I am daughter of Lance Liavet. I have come to speak to you about those of the 4th Terrace, and about the symbol that this man has become for them. And perhaps offer my aid in preventing a full-scale revolution. Preventing the death of those that are innocent. Of all the members of this city. This is my partner, Lorwryn Leotal. If you wouldn't mind listening to her first.
The old man gestures to a page who comes over and refills his mug of tea, and then the old man just waves him away again. Yes, yes. Say what you have to say.
My Pinnacle. Actually, let me stop it. This is a long monologue. I apologize.
Bring it on, baby.
Let me wet the whistle for a second. Pinnacle Court. As my partner had said, this morning we woke up and noticed a new proclamation calling the fourth terrace the foreign terrace and asking all foreigners to leave. Tell me, what is the point of sending these people away? Can your economy support it? To lose an entire terrace? Can your lives support it? What is the end game? And tell me, who else will you oppress in the future? Hygale? Vasami? The Misty Isles? Where does it end? All too often we see injustices, both great and small, and we think, that's terrible. But we do nothing. Most say nothing. Most let other people fight their own battles. Most remain silent because silence is easier. But silence is consent. And really, the only time people think about injustice is when it happens to them. Your country, you are warding it from outside influence. You are worried about the devils that are coming for this world, but your country will not be destroyed from outside influence. It will be destroyed from within. So I ask you, how long do you think your country will last? Forever? Allow us to take Shin with us. Help us quell the fires. Help us help you. Because I worry that the alternative brings about a very swift end. I don't want to see innocent blood on the streets. Help us to help you.
Persuasion check with advantage, please. This is going to be a series of 3 over the course of this trial. The number of successes.
Oh, with advantage though, okay.
Yes, please.
Nat fucking 20 on that one, baby. Thank God.
Nat 20 is a success.
Because the first one was a 1. But not a
Oh
natural
dear.
1.
Oh,
the first one was not a natural 1.
Oh,
but it was,
okay.
But it was a 1.
The individual in the circular fur hat, which Kalista, it took you a second to recognize them. They have gotten significantly older in 200 years. But this is Darumuk of the First Terrace. They were old when you were a child here. Not that we have any obligation to explain our plans to anyone. But the evacuation of the Foreigners' Terrace is for their own good, for their safety. There are things in movement that would render the Foreigners' Terrace unsafe for residents.
Safe from who?
You'll make a convincing case for your friend's release. Oh, again, don't know he's your friend. I keep saying that. You make a convincing case. However, what is the benefit in releasing him rather than executing him privately? He has flaunted our laws, shown no respect for our local law enforcement. If we kill him now, seems fairly the same to me.
Killing him now would do a disservice to all of the people of this town.
Not to mention it'd make me a martyr, you morons.
That is
Like,
going to,
they
that is
know
going
I'm
to
out
count as
there.
a fail. Automatic fail.
But if Kalista wants to slap you so bad right now.
I am still giving those 3 chances, like I said, but that is an auto fail on the scale.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
As the woman in the center, as you spit this out, just gets a grimace of disgust on her face.
Oh, there it is. Danny, you're muted. Danny, you're muted.
Sorry. Val is going to tap Kalista on the shoulder very lightly, you know. I'm still pretending to be her bodyguard. Maybe we should mention that he slayed Zariel and is very beloved in another city. Maybe we could mention he is the savior of Highgale. Lady.
Okay. Much obliged. She's going to take a step away from Val.
Take a luck point,
and step next to Lorwryn. As I had mentioned to the High Judicator, it is tenuous times in this city. And with the omens spreading across not only this city or this country, but the entirety of this world, we must stand united. There are darker fronts coming. I arrived yesterday from Highgate, and I am not sure how fast news travels. That city was times. The city I chose to make my home burned by an extraplanar being that has chosen this world for its new home.
We have heard of what occurred at Highgale. This individual you recognized as soon as you saw him. This is Cathron of the Third Terrace. It is the fate of Highgale that has made this step necessary. It is for the protection of the city of Thaval-Ahim, and the evacuation is for the safety of those who reside in the foreigners' terrace.
I sat upon the Queen's table in Highgale, and it taught me one thing. This influence does not care about one's status, does not care on which terrace one's. It seeps in like a wound that slowly spreads. A toxin that corrupts even those that sit higher than all. And I come here in the hopes of saving the city that I grew up in, that I once called home. And this man... This man did great things for High Gale. This man not only will stand up for this person, but he will fight for all. And if we have a chance at saving Thaval-Ahim, I need him. And you need to listen to us.
Make me a persuasion check, please, Kalista.
"21.
The Darumuk leans into the middle and whispers a little bit to the woman who sits in the center, who then leans over and converses briefly with the other.
Darumuk, you know my father. Knew my father. You know that the Liavets have cared for nothing but the well-being of Thaval-Ahim for as long as we've breathed. For as long as we breathe, as long as we've existed. I have come here to save this great city, and all I ask is that you allow me to do so.
Save this great city. And this rabble-rouser is somehow necessary to that? Explain this part. The logic of preventing a rebellion, that I understand. What is his part in this?
Dead. He acts as a martyr. The people will raise their fist for Skyfist, and they will scream his name as they burn this city. As they burn what has been built over centuries of elvish blood. Alive. He is a force to be reckoned with. He can be used to fight this poison, this toxin that slowly creeps into us. He can be used to fight for us.
With us.
With us.
Lilita steps up to join the two of you. His death is unnecessary. I am sure there is other fitting punishment. I agree that his life should be spared, but will respect whatever judgment the Pinnacle Court renders. Kalista and Lorwryn, could each of you roll me persuasion, and we'll take the highest.
$25.
My girl.
You have made your point. We will confer. And the two on the left move closer to Catharon, the old elven man who seems unwilling to do any moving himself. And they begin to whisper. Yes, there's more?
Actually, no. I would like to lean over to... What's her name?
Lilita?
Lilita. While they're conferring kind of thing, I'll lean over to her and just kind of quietly, sort of soft-spoken whisper. If the Pinnacle Court is to see him freed, I do need a monk with 2 working heads. Trust me when I say, if what you saw against your people, and I apologize on his behalf, imagine what it does against the devil.
She
We've
leans
killed
in.
one, we can kill another.
She leans in towards you and very sincerely, though slightly under her breath. It was my intention to recommend that, should the Pinnacle Court see fit that he be freed, we provide him with a replacement from one of our artificers, but after his outburst, I do not know if I could convince them of that mercy. Make me a persuasion check, Lorwryn.
The worst they can say is no.
Or you know what? Give me the other hand.
Yeah, no, I mean it's if I have to cast something high level for it to come back, it'll be fine. It's only a 10, unfortunately.
Still, though,
Yeah.
you've formed a decent working relationship at this moment.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a very respectful kind of like,
Yeah.
hey, if we can do this, let's, maybe we do it.
You might not believe me when I say this, but she isn't cruel. At least in her mind. And she, with a 10, which is on the positive side of the luck check style thing, I will, if they see fit to release him, I will recommend a replacement. There might be some conditions, however, but I will do my best. Like you said, worst they can say is no. Couple minutes pass. Kalista.
As they're conferring, Kalista is just going to reach over and take Lorwryn's hand.
The 3 of them, the 3 members of the Pinnacle Court, break apart, the 2 slowly returning to their seats. We have reached a unanimous decision. Shin of the Skyfist, your crimes against Thaval-Ahim are great. But we are not without reason and mercy. You are to be banished immediately from the grounds of Thaval-Ahim and never permitted to return. This banishment, we suspect, will prove sufficient punishment in and of itself. Kalista?
If I may ask for an extension on that banishment, I know my favor is long since expired, having left Thaval-Ahim for so. May we have a day? A single day.
Make me a persuasion check, Kalista.
$18.
They look at each other. You will be gone by sunrise. No later. And,
Understood.
Kalista, for the respect that I hold for your father, for all that he did for this city, do not be in the low terrace come sunrise.
Of course.
That will be all. One last request of mercy. It is possible that I acted rashly in claiming this man's hand as punishment. Now that a judgment has been rendered and his banishment guaranteed, I would request permission to see this wrong righted? Yes, do what you will. And they just start to get up and shuffle away, barely giving that any additional thought. As Lilita turns back to you two. Honestly, I have no idea why I just did that, but...
I appreciate it.
Keep him under wraps. This... You two have earned my respect. Any future wrongs committed by him will not be met with the same mercy. Please, do not make me carry this out.
I would hate to do that to you. We will be gone by sunrise. You have my word.
Very well. Release him. Your 3 manacles are opened. As they are, Lilita steps in front of you. She cocks her head and looks right in your eye. Looks at your missing hand. I'll see that you have a replacement. And she leans just a little bit towards you. Don't test me again.
Val is gonna come up.
Hold on. I want to hear what
sorry.
Shin was saying, and then Val.
Yes.
We'll jump right to you.
That sentiment is mutual.
And it's said with like the utmost resign. Like there's no malice. There's no anger. And it's just, he just looks in her eyes. And what she sees is almost pity.
She leans back from you. Go.
And he walks past Lorwryn and Kalista. Upright, chin upright. And
I hold out his bag to give to him.
he slings it over himself. And he looks Val deeply in her eyes. And he walks out the building. And as soon as he's outside and the sun hits him, he looks back at Kalista and Lorwryn, and the largest silvery dragon wings erupt out of his back, made of wind and silvery, key and everything. Like they're just, you see them, and he's made them as large as he can. And then around him forms the aspect of a dragon, and he rockets into the sky for Kalista's house. And anyone looking up can see this shimmering silver dragon, as I'm
Shin.
combining both aspect of the dragon and wings unfurled.
Shin, as you fly overhead back towards the low terrace, you see a train of people leaving the low terrace, weighed down by what possessions they could carry. And the other 5 of you, with Jaeger rejoining as you all step out. Yes. Lorwryn, I saw your hand.
As he does that, Lorwryn's gonna cast Prestidigitation and enhance everything that he just does. She's just gonna subtly kind of hide it so nobody else can see that she's doing it and cast it. So the lights are brighter, the sparkle lasts longer, the wind and trail last longer, and everything like that with it.
Kalista.
Kalista is very proficient with magic and can completely tell that Lorwryn is doing this as she holds Lorwryn's hand. And she will add thaumaturgy.
Yeah.
To the
Lorwryn
mix.
just gives you a wink as you do it.
Not so much a burst or the sound of a firecracker, but more whistle. As he cuts across the sky. We'll follow him.
We see Shin take off these dragon wings unfurling as Lorwryn and Kalista enhance this moment, this display. And as Shin soars over the heads of these refugees, we see as they look up and watch him, a few children pointing up in the sky, their fingers tracing him as he soars over. And as we pull out from this moment, with the 5 of you returning towards the low terrace where Shin has just headed, is a bright, beautiful day on top of Thaval-Ahim. And we see those 6 stars just 5 days from aligning. And that's where we will close for tonight. Incredible, intense, and beautiful session, everyone. I'm going to keep this sign-off complete, or I'm going to keep this sign-off quick so that we can do some aftercare here and take care of each other, because that was a fairly heavy episode. So, I have all the links of these wonderful people in the description where you can follow them. So, please check those out. We're going to do this as a quick outro. They're all in the description. You should follow each and every single one of them. They are incredibly talented, wonderful people. But I do want to give everyone a chance to say a parting word, if there's anything they want to say before we sign off and raid for tonight. Aaron?
Till next time.
Till next time. Cory?
I don't want to go last.
Okay.
It's okay.
Mav?
It's okay. I don't know if anybody else has more important things to say, but I just kind of want to go last.
Hey, you can choose.
Defend those who can't defend themselves.
Amen. Mallow?
And remember that so long as there's poverty, injustice, and inequality in this world, that none of us can truly rest.
Matty?
Do what you can to make a difference.
Val?
Stay safe out there, even when it's difficult.
Cory?
There is never a good moment to do the right thing and the thing that should be done. So do it now.
Take care of each other, my friends. It's a tough time out there for a lot of people, for a lot of reasons. There was a great line in Last of Us. Save who you can, even if it's one person. If you help make one person's life better, it's a good day. So, we're going to raid here. Be good to yourselves. Drink some water. Take a bath. Pet a dog. Hug or call your loved ones. We love you all. Take care of yourselves. Until we see you next time, go buff yourselves. Bye, my friends.